You've spent hours creating the perfect product, but if your packaging falls flat, customers' first impression might too. Let's fix that today. We're going to be discussing packaging in today's episode of Hoard Less, Sell More. Now, packaging isn't just about keeping your items safe, it actually helps tell your story and represents your brand. There are some key things we want to take away when looking at and thinking about our packaging. Great packaging creates a memorable unboxing experience. It reinforces your brand identity and increases the chance that your customer will share it on social media and come back for more. Any point in the customer experience, we are giving them that vibe of our brand, what we represent, and also show the care and the special nature of our products, which includes how we package them. For today's video, I'm going to specifically talk about how we would do that at a craft fair in person, but you also want to make sure that you think about, and you can definitely tie a lot of these strategies into packaging for shipping. Some of the things that I didn't really think about the very first time that I did a craft fair was packaging. I definitely brought some reusable, recyclable bags to the show so that people could put like items together in the bag and take with them. But I never considered some of the smaller items that I was selling, like my ornaments. I remember the first time that somebody had purchased one, and the only bags that I had available were maybe the larger grocery size bags because I was selling mainly for that fair a lot of risers and larger products. I didn't have a place for them to put it. And even still, putting an ornament into a bag may not be the most careful way to protect it. And having that feeling, do you hear that feeling where like you know that you should have done something differently and your heart sinks to the bottom of your stomach when you see something that you created get thrown into a bag and not carefully packaged? Those are some things that immediately had me thinking about what I would want to do in the future to ensure that that wouldn't happen again. When considering packaging, you do need to make sure that you are considering all the different things that you're selling at your fair or at your show and how people would be able to them and package them in a way that allows it to look nice, be safe, and also not break the bank on your end. Let's talk about what you actually need at your booth for easy, memorable packaging. The first thing you're going to need is some sort of branded shopping bag or box, whether it's a simple craft bag with your logo or something to make sure that your brand is represented. Even if you don't have a logo, you can easily use the color or the style of your packaging to really show off what your brand represents. You also want to consider tissue paper or some sort of wrapping that adds that soft personal touch and protects your items. You also want to make sure you're choosing colors that match your brand or the season. Product tags and labels, things like this help you not only show off your logo, but you can provide care instructions, explanations of the product, and also your social media or other handles so that people can come back for more if they want to. You want to make sure your customer remembers you and knows where to find you at another time. Thank you inserts are another fabulous idea. A small business card, coupon, thank you card goes a long way. If your buyer gives it as a gift, this also helps the next person find you too. The most important thing we consider is storage and efficiency. Keep packaging supplies organized behind your table in small bins with the tissue, stickers, bags all ready for you to work fast without clutter. To review, we need a bag or a box, some tissue paper or other sort of protective packaging, a product tag or label, and then your thank you insert. Let me share some efficient and affordable options that I have found for myself. Now, when you're thinking about packaging, there's a couple of things that you can do to make it easier for yourself when you are in person at a craft show. The first thing you want to consider is possibly maybe having ready to go packaging. So, items that people can purchase and it's already packaged and they can take it away with them as is. This would be like putting things into cellophane bags like cards or even ornaments and gift tags, things that come in little sets A couple of weeks ago, I did that at the breadboard that I also had with the tea towel, and I had all that put together in like a little package. That will still need to probably go in a bag, but it's all kind of tied together. Same thing with the paintables ornaments with that comes with the paint set. That is another thing that's like ready to go at my craft fair, at my show. The next thing you could do is having ready to go pre-folded boxes underneath your booth that you can pull out if somebody chooses an ornament and you want to wrap it up in a box. So you have those. You also could have a paper bag. Some of these paper bags you can get in multiple sizes. And that way, when people get a couple of different things and they want to throw them into maybe a smaller bag, you have that ready to go. And then, of course, you have your recyclable bags that you can use for the larger items, or if people are purchasing a wide variety of things and they want to put it all together in a bag. Here's the really good thing. Most customers, at least at the shows I do, don't ask for a bag. They don't necessarily want a bag. So even though you're purchasing all of these, it might feel like a lot of cost, but just remember, I've only had to purchase my bags maybe once or twice in the last almost 3 years. So you won't necessarily use all those bags all the time for every single customer. You just want to have them available. If the customer chooses not to take those things, that's their decision. That's fine. But having them available gives that quality that you want you to represent with your small business. One more thing that is great for either a grab and go kind of item or to use as a packaging like end result is burlap bags. Now, burlap bags are fantastic because they add such a rustic and like natural element to them. They can fit a wide variety of things and they can be used for bundles. And the best part is they have burlap bags now that come with a sheer middle part. So people can still see what's inside the bag, but get that kind of more natural rustic element of the burlap itself. Please let me know in the comments, what type of packaging do you use? What things have you tried? And what things do you think you want to try for your upcoming shows? I hope you've enjoyed episode 6 of Hoard Less, Sell More, and I will see you in the next one.